Colonel Richard Welch told me a story. He's the retired senior officer who knew Sarah, my interpreter. He said he got an email last year from a former senior member of the Obama administration, floating a request.
When ISIS came back to Iraq, I was asked if I would go back to try to work with the tribes against the Sunni tribes to get them to fight, ISIS, similar to what we did with the surge. And I said, well, what are we going to ask them to fight for? Are they going to fight for us who walked away from them the first time? That's what many in that Sons of Iraq group thought, that America had walked away from them. They've lost faith in our ability to stand with them. And that's what happens. We leave a legacy of not being trustworthy.
When I talked to Kirk a few years ago, he was living in Boston, and it was 2.5 weeks after the Boston Marathon bombing, which was carried out by Chechen-American Muslims, one of whom was a naturalized U.S. citizen. And I asked Kirk if he thought the bombing would turn Americans against the people he was trying to help.
Yeah. They weren't Iraqis, but it's like the same false choice that is always put in front of me. And I'm not stupid. I'm not making any excuses for terrorists or anything, but can we at least have one shade of nuance in understanding that not every Muslim is trying to kill us, and that for years, for a decade, people risked their lives to try to help us. That's all I'm asking. It's just one grain. I'm not asking people to become experts in the difference between Sunni and Shia Islam. I'm not trying to have them learn Arabic or anything. Just give me that. Just recognize that not all of these people are bad, lethal people.
Kirk used to say to people on his list, please be patient. This will take a while, this process. And he would warn them, once you get here, you're going to have to work your ass off. Take jobs beneath your education level. No one's going to hold your hand. But it'll be worth it for you, for your kids. You won't live in fear. What he says now to anyone who contacts him for advice, and again, these are people who worked for the United States during our 2 longest wars and who may be in danger because of it. He tells them don't apply to the United States. Go someplace else.
Nancy Updike.